Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you just how very easy it is to make ghee. That's Ghee. It's originated in India, is very widely used in Indian cooking, but it's a fantastic thing to have in your kitchen because it gives you the ability to use butter to cook at a much higher temperature without the butter burning, because what you're going to be doing is removing all the protein, milk proteins and lactose from your butter and straining those out and removing the water content, which means that it also has a much longer shelf life. Right. So I'm cooking with a pound of butter today. I used some organic mantequilla, as it's called in Spain, from Aldi, which I bought this morning. And I've put two packs of that into my pan here, and I've used a pan with a light colour pan, so as it starts to cook I'll be able to show you how the solids are going to sink to the bottom and it will start to brown. So this process takes anything up to about 20 minutes. So it's a little bit of a waiting game, and it can get a little bit explosive because what we're doing is literally dehydrating the butter, evaporating all the water out of it. And that's the bit where it starts to get noisy and it's like a popcorn sound, which you can probably hear. So I've just put this splatter guard over the top so that the water from evaporating, but I don't want it to be splattering all over my kitchen either. So we are just at the very early stages, and I'm going to zoom in and show you what that looks like. So you can see as it's bubbling away gently there. You don't want to have it on too high a temperature at all, because the idea is not to let it burn, but just to gently evaporate the liquid out of the butter. And that's what gives it the ability to be on the shelf in your kitchen for 6 months and not go off, because you've removed all the water from there and you're just left with the fat. So that's been cooking now for about 5 minutes. It's going to take about 20 minutes, but it's not an exact science. The advantage of using a light coloured pot is that you can see when it starts to brown. I'll be able to see that happening, and it's just a gentle press. You can put this on and then don't leave the room, because it can be a bit explosive and you do need to keep an eye on it, but you can put it on and be doing something else in the kitchen while it cooks. And fairly soon that really yellow colouring will start to get a little bit clearer, and then we'll be able to see the milk solids as they go to the bottom of the pan. And when I'm stirring it, I'm not actually scraping the bottom of the pan, because I don't want to disturb any milk solids that have already gone down to the bottom there. So I'm going to switch the heat off that one now. And over here I've got the camera in close. I've got some clean cotton cloth here, and I'm literally going to pour that into there to strain out the particles. Hopefully at this point this pan isn't going to let me down and pour it everywhere. You can see it's still bubbling, very, very hot. Just going to pour that into the jar. What you will have in your clean, sterilised jar, so you've washed your jar up with hot soapy water, given it a really good rinse. And as you can see, what you're left with is caramelised butter at the bottom of the pan, which gives it that delicious nutty flavour. I mean, it tastes so good, ghee. It's so different. Making your own is so different to the stuff you buy in the shop. I've bought ghee, I've bought organic ghee, I've bought grass-fed ghee. It always tastes a bit ropey to me, and making it myself, it tastes fantastic. So just pour the last few drops there and leave it at that. So there's the browned butter. hopefully you can see that. It's not, if it goes black, then obviously you're going to have cooked it too much. So you do have to keep an eye on it. So just let those last drips go through. So what I've got there is a jar of beautiful, clear, see-through, golden coloured ghee, which I can keep that next to my stove top in the kitchen, and it's really, really hot at the moment. It keeps for months. It's fantastically good for frying, for shallow frying, for cooking, because it doesn't burn. All the burning is when butter burns when you cook with it, it's because of all the proteins and the sugars in it that we've just clarified out. So what you're left with is that beautiful golden cooking liquid, which is also just such a lovely flavour for like flavouring other dishes with. You can just put a little bit on the top of a steak and it will melt and taste divine. It has a wonderful mouthfeel. And is smooth and super delicious, and also fantastic, as I said, if you happen to be dairy intolerant. So there you have it, a beautiful jar of clear golden coloured organic grass-fed ghee, or clarified butter. It's a bit more than clarified butter, because clarified butter is the first stage when it just goes pale and then you strain it off. Ghee is when you get to the point that I've already shown you, where all the milk proteins and the sugars have gone to the bottom of the pan. You can also, of course, eat this. It tastes really yummy. Wait till it's cooled down, obviously, and do what you like with it. I might put that in with my scrambled eggs in the morning. That would be a good use of it. This will keep for months. Doesn't even have to be refrigerated, because by heating it like that, you've made it shelf stable. So now you can keep it in the fridge, or you can just keep it next to the cooker, where you'll be able to use it for all your shallow frying needs without having to use butter, which tends to burn, tends to catch. That's why it catches, because of all that protein from inside the butter. So hope that was useful. Please like and subscribe, and I will keep making videos showing you how easy it is to do things in the kitchen that you always thought were mysterious or difficult, or nobody's ever shown you how. Thanks for watching.